see. I think that's good. Evening. I think we're live. Yes, I think I'll click the right buttons. If we are, please give us a thumbs up under the video so I know that it's working and you can hear me okay. Hopefully the sound's all right tonight. Or type something in the comments. And then we'll crack on once I know everything's working okay. Evening, Peter and Paul and David. Excellent. So we've got a few people there. Marvellous. Right, good stuff. We've got a few thumbs up. That's good. So we must be working. Marvellous. Rightio. Firstly, apologies yesterday for problems with the website. The hosting company Friday night, sort of over Friday night through to Saturday, did some big updates on their networks and servers and everything, which kind of knocked out most people's websites on Saturday as it was all coming back online again. By Saturday night, it all sorted itself out, so everything should be okay now. I've left the message up on the website for those of you who haven't already seen it. I suppose if you're here, you probably have, but it's just really to let people know we knew that there was a problem and it's now all sorted and everything should be honky-dory. So I've got a whole load of photographs that's been sent in to show you tonight in a minute. Kind of overwhelmed with them, which is good. So we'll do some tonight and perhaps more on Tuesday and so on and so forth. Just a quick look at what's finishing tonight in case there's any queries on any of these very nice machines that are finishing tonight. So it's 13 machines, all this American stuff. If you need to know anything about any of that last minute, then either ping me a message via the website and I'll have a look at them when we finish this stream, or stick it in the comments below. Evening, Jim. So yeah, so those machines and a load of coins and some tokens. I put up 3 new machines on Friday before everything went a bit haywire. Where are we? Over here on the new sales. Come on, website. There we go. Very nice Pace Chrome Deluxe. Very nice high top, early one. And a light up Sega, but I think an English one. I still can't remember what the initials are on the cartridge inside. Is it JCW? Rings a bell, something like that. I should make a note of it. We'll try and track down what actual maker it is. But yeah, that's okay. I'll put a note on the listing there that it needs a new little bit in the escalator. Because the end of it's broken off, which is often doing those. Come on, why is everything going slow tonight? Is the feed going slow? Is it just my internet connection? That's a bit worrying to try and do a stream. Might just be the website slow coming back because this servers all still sort themselves out, I'm hoping. Here we are. Yeah, completely working mech needs a new or repair to the escalator as the coin advance bar locking lever is broken. The coin advance bar locking lever, that's a bit, looks like a bit like a saw with sawtooth. That is the escalator part slides across. It ratchets it and holds it there, doesn't it, until the end of the cycle of the machine, when the bar for the main mech goes upwards, releases the ratchet and the escalator flies back again. So that little sawtoothy bit, which is the coin advance bar locking lever, either needs a little bit welding onto it, the bit that catches the hooked bar from the main mechanism, the pull down lever, or just a new one. Other than that, the mech seems fine. It's quite a clean mech actually, you'll see from the video as it twirls round. So it's a good project for somebody. Evening Joe, evening David P. Yeah, so then also coming on Friday, so they'll go up this coming week sometime. There's a very nice Rockola World's Fair pin table, the jigsaw one, and the jigsaw one is really good as well. The whole playfield is really nice. So it's a particularly good one of those. And then another high top, Mills high top. Early one again, very brightly. Could do probably, you'd probably want to repaint it. I think it's cream and red, and it's badged up for, is it Rochdale Coin Machine Co. or something? We had one, sold one before. So yeah, but again, works okay. But if you fancy painting one up and making your own colours, that'd be a good project for you. And then there's another high top coming in at some point, which is a Henry Powell restoration done a few years ago. So that should be a nice one again. So that's where we're up with all that lot. As I say, any questions, particularly on anything that's finishing tonight, if there's any last minute questions you need to know before getting your offers in before midnight, do let me know. The weights, I put a note on the poll where the weights have now arrived, that go in the columns to hold the gum down, so they're here. They just weren't here when I took the video. Other than that, I think everything's self-explanatory on all of that lot. So there we are. So yeah, last week we kind of put out a bit of an appeal for images or info on Brenco and Streets machines in particular, and got a few back, so that's good. I have started to put up some Brenco pages. Haven't done any Streets one yet. So yesterday got a bit waylaid with trying to get the website up and running, and it wouldn't because the servers were down and blah blah blah. Anyway, so if you have a look on the Brenco pages, I put some more interesting things up. Match a Fruit, Mystery Arrow, Tinky. Tinky sounds good. Has anybody got or seen a Tinky? Blew a ping pong ball up to the top apparently, and the ping pong ball travelled down the pins. Maybe that's what it's called, Tinky. Maybe it made a tinky noises, I don't know. Then dropped into a slot at the bottom. And the usual thing, bet on which one you think was going to win. Haven't seen one of those. Probably not any left, but it'd be nice to think there might be one somewhere. So I thought that was quite interesting. Mystery Arrow, I vaguely remember Mystery Arrow. Rather than spinning right the way around, it's really the only images I could find at the minute, but the arrow kind of swung from left to right, you know, in a sort of a 3/4 circle arc, randomly backwards and forwards. And again, usually you just bet on which number you thought it was going to land on. I seem to remember one of those not so many years ago, seeing one, so there's one about somewhere. Anybody's got it? It'd be nice to know, nice to get a good picture of it. Jim says Tinky's a great name, isn't it? Just, yeah. One of their first machines. What else was there on here? Piccadilly Line. It's just kind of a light flashy thing. It's a simple idea. It's sort of a mock underground map, and you bet which station you thought the train was going to stop at the end of the game. It just flashed the lights along. Again, just kind of a different interpretation of the same old idea, really. Paul says, great machine, remember it well. Ah, which one? Because as usual, comments are slightly delayed. So do you mean the Tinky or the Mystery Arrow? So if anyone's got any pictures of any of these, or you can just better illustrations, if you've got an old coin slot, a World's Fair or something, or advertising flyer, anything like that, with any better pictures in, then please let us have them. Match a Fruit, that's very similar to the Wheel of Fortune type idea, just a spinny thing with fruits on the top. The Tinky. Yeah, we need a Tinky. Someone must have got one somewhere, hopefully. Peter would really like a Tinky. Well, wouldn't we all? We all need a Tinky, I think. So somebody please find a Tinky. Coppermine, the 8-player version. The 2-player version, you'll see a minute, Paul sent me a picture of his. 2-player one, which one we sold donkeys years ago. There's an 8-player version of it as well. I don't think they did one in the middle. I don't think they did like a 4-player. Or if it was just a 2 and an 8. My colour's having a drinkly. Me too. I'm having a tea. Yeah, so there we are. So there's a few more bits there. Did I have got around to adding any onto the streets page yet? I don't think I have. They were the two I was kind of looking for bits for. Get Rich, Mini Rich, Buccaneer, which was some images that Paul sent me, which I'll show you in a tick. Paul's just had a tinky, that's all right then. Or a drinky, one or the other. Yeah, so let's have a look at some of these pictures. So we might as well start with the ones that Paul sent in, as I just mentioned several of them. So I've got some from Paul, some from Joe Late, some from Peter Cousins, some from Gary Wilden, and some from Dave Geeson. He found some more pictures of the Canvey Island stalls. So that's quite interesting. Right, so there is, back to Brenco again on my side. Paul's, which you'll see in the DVD if you've got your order in when we get round to finishing filming it and getting it out. Copper Mine, 2-player version, so it's back to back. If you don't know, it pushes the pennies uphill, so away from you as the player, sort of into the centre of the machine, as it were. And apparently the idea was that if you nudged the machine, then the pennies would roll backwards, so it wasn't in your favour like an ordinary push. You had to bang it and try and knock the pennies off. If you banged it, the pennies went backwards, as it were. So quite a good design, really, quite a good idea. So Copper Mine. Now, where have I put my? Don't know. Need the button for the next one. There it is. Found it. What's this? Copper Queen. That's January '69. Apparently they come out. The Brenco Copper Queen. Poker Pairs. I've got that on there already, I think. Poker Pairs, yep. Oops. They did another one I was reading, Poker Pairs. Poker Pairs had 10p jackpot one, they had 25p payout for sort of pubs and clubs and things. Club Pairs was it called or something? But kind of a sister version of it with a token payout, 25p token payout. So I might come across one of those somewhere. Silver Strike. Oh, the Brenco Bandits. Silver Strike, what year was it? I haven't got it listed at the minute. Oops, right button. So that's Silver Strike. Of the Banker, one of the later ones. With a kind of different shaped case. And the cabinet kind of steps in at the bottom. I've got one listed on site already, Prospector in the same cabinet, which is 1974. So I'm guessing Banker's about the same. It seemed to be the year they changed the cabinet design, interestingly. The Mint. Remember these ones with the all the coins in the top. And oh, Wheel of Fortune, of course, we talked about it a little while ago. What have we got here? Oh, some adverts. And these were from 1972, I think. Yeah, Crompton's Derby Racer, Jezard Penny Cascade 12 player. That's another machine I've got listed. Since these adverts, there's often machines I haven't got listed, so it's kind of, again, filling in some gaps in. Brenco copper mine, they're at £20. JT Wyatt of Ketshill, Norwich. Is that John Wyatt who did the pinballs, I wonder? 1972, that'd be a long time ago, isn't it? Or would it be Wyatt's? I think the Wyatt's married to the Thurstons. Am I thinking rightly? If I remember rightly? Ketshill, Norwich, that's... Yeah, isn't that where Thurston's yard was? People will remember. Many years ago, it was a housing estate now. Ketshill, Norwich, I think it is. Anyway. What have we got here? I'm right in the way. Let me get rid of me for a tick. Wyatt's were in Thurston's yard. Yeah, I thought so. What have we got here? Elephant Ride, £20. Penny Cascade, Jezard, £30. A Hover Over, Pews, Hover Over, £30. Brenco Copper Mine, 30 quid. JWS Push 'em Off, that's the curvy one, £25. Well, £115 a lot. Sounds like a deal, really, doesn't it? And then what have we got on this one? Mayfield Seashores. Don't know what that is. Anybody know what a Mayfield Seashores was? Seashores, yes, Seashores. We'll have to do Mayfields next, I think. We've got some interesting sounding machines. Penny Lanes, Penny Tummel Console, Tutti Gold, Old Penny Derby, Brenco Stacker. Oh yes, another Brenco machine I need to add on. We need a Flying Saucer. Flying Saucer. What's Flying Saucer? Is it a... I think it might be a kiddie ride, but it doesn't sound, bearing in mind everything else is listed in this advert, that it is a kiddie ride, because there's no other kiddie rides there, is it? It's all machines, big machines. Flying Saucer, what was that? Anybody know? Jezard Cascade again, Heads and Tails Pusher. Cut Fruits, Wells Fair, Bally. Seagull Rifleman. Another Mayfield there, Golden Stairs. Golden Stairs sounds pushery, doesn't it? You can imagine coins falling down the stairs or something. Rocco, I'll have the Crosstown for £50, please. Okay, I'll put that one down to you. Street Spooky Shoot, 175. That's the most expensive machine there. Porsches over fruit machines. All right, Seashores and Moby Dick. Ah. I should be taking notes of all this, because I'll come to list them. I'll forget what they all are, so I'll have to ask you all again anyway, but never mind. I can't do multitasking. So yeah, so some quite interesting stuff there. What's this one? Cashier, £20. Glass Top Italian Footballs. Crompton's Water Shoot. Crompton's Water Shoot. Any idea what that one is? Tutti Frutti, Cakewalk, Whitaker's Roulette, Indianapolis Car Racer. Assume that's a big Whitaker's thing. Brian's Double Decker, Penny Go Round Pusher. They want Brenco Silver Strikes. Boston Straight Line Dedno. I know that arcade. Flying Seeker. Did I say Flying Saucer? Flying Saucer. Yeah, Crompton's Water Shoot. Another pusher, I'm guessing. Who knows? Don't know. Right, what else we got? These are all on 1p. Excellent. Clean and excellent order. Safari and Monte Carlo. Wheel 'em in. Streets, wheel 'em in. Mayfield Golden Stairs again and Penny Lanes. Easy push. 8-player alley shuffle. Football tables, flipper tables. Miller's Bell Fruit on a penny. Miller's Bell Fruit on a penny. That sounds vaguely familiar. Flying Saucer was a 6-player fill up the compartments to tip them. Oh, right. Another one of those sort of things. I need to make a kind of category for those because there's quite a few of those sort of fill them up and tip them off type machines. I'll have to yeah, make a section. I've got big, there's like 200 or 300 sort of in the unknown section at the minute. I need to go through that and add some more categories in. Trouble, a lot of this big arcade stuff, because it's all stuff I've never really sold in the past, it's just never cropped up. Whereas Bandits and War Machines are Bandits War Machines, and you can categorise them out. A lot of this big arcade stuff is, what do you call it really? It's not a sort of a spinning reels machine. It's not, if it's not a pusher, and it's not a whatever. So yeah, I need some new categories of machines. Peter says, just an idea, could you have Paul as a guest on a live podcast with you? Probably. I haven't tried doing that yet. You can do it, I know. Remotely, as it were. I don't know, we might perhaps one time I'm down filming, we'll do an evening there if I'm there on a suitable day. We could do that, I'm sure. These are Paul's machines. Copper Canyon, nicely restored. Which was one I was looking for a picture for because I didn't have. And a kind of matching one is Tin Pan Alley. It's got like the cakewalk, you know, with the alternate sliding lanes, like the cakewalk. I just said cakewalk, didn't I? Duh. Yeah. A very funky backflash on that one. I have some dinky ones. These are Jezard machines. So a mini Cascade. It's got 1 to 3 layers, 3 layers of coins and 3 slots. And also sort of tipped with the little pins. And then a mini cakewalk, again with those kind of cakewalk lanes in them. So I can't think Cromptons were probably not too happy about that if Jezard pinched their name. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Yeah, very fetching purple for Mica, lovely. And the Rotor Soccer, very interesting one. If you don't know, the football on the playfield goes around in a eccentric circle and pushes the coins off both sides of the playfield. So a bit of a different action. So those are all little Dennis Jezard little wall-mounted pushers. The JWS, the push 'em off. Was a good picture that, who sent it to me? Somebody sent one being loaded on a truck, not of these, another JWS one. Oh yeah, what was this? This is one Paul asked. A Pew's Expressway. Let's get rid of me again. What's the little clip says? Mr. and Mrs. W. Pew with the company's new Expressway amusement game. So was that World's Fair or Coin Slot or something? But I don't quite know what it was. Obviously the coin slots you can see are on the top of the window, as it were. That seems to be 2 per playing position. It looks like a pin field on the back. The coins should jingle down, and then what happens at the bottom? It doesn't look like it's deep enough to be a pusher. Look at the angle that the kind of playing field is coming down at. So whether it's another one of those things where they fill up little jackpots and then tip over or something when they're full, or some counterbalance spring-loady type thing, I imagine. I don't know. If anybody remembers what a Pew's Expressway was. Again, you wonder if it might have been in, so what is that, a 5-player version? If they made single-player versions of it, probably. It looks pretty sectional. So we're looking for a Pew's Expressway. Anybody got one? Anybody seen one? Remember it? Know where it was? Probably, again, none exist, I suspect, sadly. What else have we got? Streets Buccaneer pusher top flash. I don't know if Paul's got the rest of it or just the top. I expect he'll tell us in a minute. But he's only sent me a picture of the top. So it's a start. So I don't know what Buccaneer did, if it did anything other than ordinary, sort of an ordinary pusher, if there's anything special about it or not. Streets Get Rich. So this is a 6-player pusher, double-sided. Paul says it's just got the top of the Buccaneer. Well, if anyone's got the bottom of the Buccaneer, I'm sure Paul would like to buy it. Stevie said, good evening all, tuning in live from Chicago. What have I missed? Oh, loads. We're just looking at some lots of old photographs again at the minute. And things. And this is, so that's the 6-player version, Get Rich. And then Paul has got in his collection a Mini Rich. Is it a 1 or a 2-player version? I'm sure Paul will tell us in a minute. I'm not sure actually. Is it back to back a 2-player one? Or is it just a single player against the wall job? Can't see in the photograph. So hopefully Stevie's buying some nice, some more nice stock while he's in Chicago. So that's, what was that? That was Get Rich and Mini Rich. And Snap, of course. We sold 2 or 3. I think I might have sold that one to Paul actually. Can't remember. Might have been mine, that one. Good operating machine. Had a couple. I had the older version, which I think there's a picture of on the website somewhere. Yeah, it's a slightly different case. You just find it. And this one that's on the screen now. Streets. yeah, so this version presumably is the older version with Andy cap on. Is that the same? Yep. And the K pen on the bottom, and then again, yeah, this kind of later version. Sold 2 or 3 over the years. Let's go back to here. Oh, there's a load of comments. When Julian says, when visiting AMR, one of us asked where the toilet was. Just they were unloading a big pusher, like a push 'em off. Excellent. The interruption stopped them in their tracks. A great big crack appeared in the glass. Oops. You're online here. Great big sorry to you from us. Oh dear. I suppose I think as if it was kind of on the pivot point and it's the weight in one of those pushers. Oops. Yeah. So what's this? Push up your profit. It's a pushover. The big pushover. So this the Pews pushover? Do we know, or is it a different pushover? Because it does say the big pushover. Bulldozer on the back flash there. And I can't zoom into this anyhow to show it a bit bigger. If I do this might all go horribly wrong as I'm doing it kind of live-ish. It's a photograph of a iPad screen of a photograph of a scan or something, so it's quite a few generations old, the actual picture, so it's not the sharpest of quality, but hopefully you can see what it is. It looks like it says on the playfield, bulldoze M off. Bulldoze them off. The big pushover. So Automat Fruit Machine Sales of Darwin were just dealers, as far as we know. So yeah, I'll have to resize it back on the screen now. Bear with me just a minute. Sorry, it's all going a bit weird. Should have done a zoomed in version of the picture. There we are, we're back again. Yeah, push up your profits. It's a pushover. The big new earner. Old penny. So yeah, I don't know on that one. And then the penny octopus. Paul says not Pews, thinks it's Whittaker. Could well be, because we decided this one was Whittaker's, the octopus. And these people are based quite close to Whittaker's, so it does kind of make sense. I'll zoom this one in a bit. Bear with me a minute while I just do this. Like that, a bit better. Octopus. Interestingly, octopus appears to be 6-sided rather than 8-sided, with 12 playing positions. So whether there's, can't really see the photograph, whether what was octopushy about it, I don't know. That's the actual playfield of the thing was 8. But how could it be 8 if there's 6 playing positions? I'm not sure. Unless each playing position was like an octopus. But then again, the octopus wall machine, of course, has 9 legs, 9 tentacles on it. Very odd. Which begs the question, is there an octopus themed pusher that actually has 8 of anything. I suspect not. Anyway, if you know anything about that, we think it's Whittaker's. Let us know, anybody who knows. There we go. Sorry, I've just got to zoom in about the screen a bit. Oh, we're back to the start again. Yeah, so there we are. So that lot came in from Paul. Thank you very much. Who have I got next on the list here? Joe, who I think is on line. I'm sure he was here a little minute ago. Yes, he is. Good-o. So Joe sent us in these ones of his machines. Wheel of Fortune again. All nice and original by the looks of things. So it's good to know there's 2 or 3 of these surviving. I'm not sure how. Maybe we should start some kind of register or something of how many of these things there are. But anyway, there's another one. A Crompton's Cakewalk, proper one. With the Cakewalky play deck in it. Again, looks to be in pretty good nick. Got a couple of different angles on this one. There you go. All coins falling on the moving columns return. Can't quite read it. Let me just look on my screen, a bigger image. Right, the broadcasting is only a small window on the screen. I've got so many screens open on my computer. All coins falling on moving columns below must eventually be returned to players. There you go. It looks like it's running on 2Ps at the minute. You can see the tracks have got looks like little strips of wood down either side of them to make the smaller coin. 2Ps or 1Ps, I can't quite see from the photograph. 1Ps probably. So that's what a cakewalk should look like. A bit of a different angle on it. Yeah, you can kind of see right through the middle of it, interestingly, to the other side. This was a close-up of the Prospector. Joe did send me a little video of it running, but I need to figure out how to show the video running in a video and send it back out again as a video. See what I mean? So I'll fiddle with that. I'll perhaps show that Tuesday night if I can get it to work. Yeah. So that's the Pew's Prospector with the annoyingly you have to fill the payout tubes by hand in it, basically. It doesn't automatically fill the payout tubes from the coins lost, which is probably why not many of them survived. There's another image of the multiplayer one, Dave found, the one that was in Canvey Island, which we'll come to in a minute when I get to Dave's pictures. That was quite interesting. And there is a bit of dark shot lit up. There's nice glow onto the playfield from the backlit glass there at the bottom. Yeah, nice machine, really. Joe says, yeah, 1P the cakewalk's on. This is Streets mini ski roll. I remember these, I don't know if they were streets or not, I can't remember what make they were, but in Gray's Arcade at Wells on the Sea, Wells next to the sea, up the back they had a line of them. Yeah, quite good fun to play. I've got a little 30s version of it. We sold a few auctions back I bought. Let me see if I can find it. What would I file that under on the website? I'm just having a look. Oh yeah, ski ball, there we are. Funny spelling on it. So yeah, I mean they're coming. This is called mini ski roll, but it's still a fair sized machine. You'll see from. I don't know how big it is. I'm sure Joe will tell us in a minute. A reasonable sized machine. I don't know, 10, 12 foot long is it? Something like that probably. Of course, the really big ones, the original American ones, are, I don't know, 20 foot long or something. Massive things. And then a few auctions ago, we sold. Oh, I say a few auctions ago. Yeah, 2019. A kind of tabletop version of it. Quite a sweet little thing. Which I actually bought that. I've only ever seen one other one. So this one coming in the auction. Got the little plunger bit missing and a cash box door missing. It needs a little bit of work, but yeah, got a fun little game. Go back to here. Oops. Oh, what's going on with my comments here? Jim says ski ball, yeah, play something similar in BB's in Chroma. Yeah, we know the Chroma arcades very much. We never sort of went to Chroma too much, don't know why. 10 foot long, Joe says, yeah, I thought it looked about 10 foot or so. Yeah, I used to go to Wells a lot, Hunstanton a lot, Yarmouth reasonably often. But I didn't go to Chroma that often, I don't know why. Just one of those things, I guess. And the Streets Penny Bowl. Another good machine. I've operated those in the past. Yeah, you roll the penny down, hits a little skittle at the back, just tips over a micro switch. Inside the machine, because obviously all your lost pennies all the coins end up right at the back of the machine, and underneath the playfield is a conveyor belt that brings them from the back of the machine all the way to the front to load up the payout solenoid. And of course, machines fall off the conveyor belt. Coins fall off the conveyor belt inside the machine. So you open it up and there's coins everywhere. But there you go. Good thing to operate. Jim says the Chroma's arcades were better than Sheringham, where they were very tight. But he said the Streets Wheeler winner had to manually fill the payout tubes on the early models as well. Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose they hadn't figured out how to get all the coins reliably from where they all ended up back to the payout tubes. You might just sneak in the back of this picture on the back left corner is a Space Shot pusher, which I'm sure one of these days Joe will get around to send us a nice picture of it. There's another one we haven't got on the database anywhere. I don't even know who made the Space Shot. Somebody will know. Oh, I put this picture up twice. I think I have, haven't I? Another snap. Good old street snap. They made newer version a little while ago. Two or three different versions of it. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I think we're back to the start again, are we? Yeah, back to the start on that one. So, yep, thank you very much, Joe, for all of those. Street and crumpers and whatnot. What else we got then next? Peter Cousins sent us some more stuff. Let's have a look. Brenco's Human Analyst. Professor Rennerb, which is Brenner backwards, if you haven't figured it out. Pretty obvious. Professor Rennerb's Human Analyst. Now, I had one of these. We had it up in the Bygone Times arcade, I think it was, or Botany Bay. I think it was in Bygone Times, because it was kind of the more modern stuff we put into Bygone Times. So I don't know where it is now. Sold it. I don't think that's one's not mine, I don't think. I'm sure it isn't. I did have a picture of mine here to hand, didn't I, before? I think it's here in this heap of photographs. Let's see if I can. Oh, yeah, there's my one. Is there any similarity other than the obvious? Yeah, I don't know. I have to have a better look at the photographs. There's things where you try and look for patterns in the wood grain or damage or cabinet or something. No, I don't think it's mine. Well, not mine anymore, because I sold it, you know what I mean? I don't know though. Let me just have a better look on my screen, my end. Hopefully it's not mine, because then that means there's two at least to survive. Oops. Just blowing up on my screen, which hopefully you can't see, so it's not disturbing the output of the video. Let's have a look. Does that one look like my one? No, I'm pretty confident that's a different machine. Just from the kind of the patterns in the wood grain. Okay, so there's at least two of those survive then somewhere. Greg's arrived. Hello everyone, have I missed much? Loads. But there we go, that's your own fault, isn't it? You know. Late back from church again, what can we say? Never mind, you can catch up when it's finished, you can start at the start again and watch it all again. What else we've got here? Silver Chest, I think that's another Brenco I've not got listed yet, so thanks for that one. That's another one to add to the Brenco page. Brenco Silver Chest. No, I haven't got that one. That's good. And the Vegas, Brenco Vegas. Again, another one I've not got. This is what we like. This is working very well. We've got loads of new stuff in to add on. Any pair pays? Any pair pays out? Oh. Just have a better look at that. Is it? Oops. Get the right picture up again. All right, I see. Vegas. Okay, so the 3 reels. So the first 2 reels make your pair up, your pair of fruits or bells or horseshoes or whatever, and then the 3rd reel, one that says 6 on the picture, is your odds. So if you get a pair, it pays out the odds on the 3rd reel. Okay. What's this? Oh, the Willow. Yeah, I thought we might get a few more pictures of Wheelermans in, but Paul did send me one and I've lost it. Sorry, Paul, I don't know what I did with it. It was buried in my emails somewhere. But, yeah. We did use like a Wheelerman machine. There's the old Wheelermans. What else we got? A couple of Whittaker's machines, a Grand Prix. These look like publicity shots, very carefully staged on grass somewhere for some bizarre reason. But yeah, so this was the thing with the Scalextric set in it. I remember them well. All sort of chain driven from beneath. What's that? It's a 6-player. 5 cars was there, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 5 cars went around the track. And the usual thing is bet which one you thought was going to win. I don't know how it adjusted the, you know, which one was going to win, as it were. It's probably quite an interesting mechanism in it, I imagine. Never looked inside one. So Grand Prix and Le Mans, which I'm... Well, what is the difference, I wonder? I presume there is a difference. I've got 5 cars on again, 6-player again. Don't know, is it just a different theme? I don't really know. Must be a difference between the two, but what it is, I'm not sure. Pete says Whittaker's used a random number generator. Yeah, so how did they decide though which car was going to win from that? I wonder what the mechanics were, as it were. Don't know how that worked. I don't think there's any of them left anyway. I haven't seen one for years. What else have we got? Back to the front from them. So it's, yep, there's a few more we haven't got on there, which I'll add pages on for over the next few days on the website. And then Gary Wilden. Gary sent me loads of pictures, like about 200 or something. So we'll gradually go through a few at a time. Pete says different tracks probably had clutches driving chains on sprockets. Oh, I guess again, just let go of the clutches at different times or something. Interesting. Yeah, so Gary sent loads of pictures. There's lots of arcade pictures and well, all sorts of stuff really. Which I will try and find the right page I'm looking for on my computer here. There we go. Yeah, from sort of all over the place, all over the internet and whatnot. Some arcades and some of trade stands at places and all sorts of stuff. So rather than spoil you, giving it you all at once, we'll do, I don't know, you know, 10 at a time. I think I sorted 10 out because I have to resize them to fit on the screen anyway. So it'll be interesting to see if any of these, if we can identify anything in any of them, find out where they are. Okay, so when it selected a number, the motor ran faster. So that car won. All right. Yeah, I remember playing them. Fascinating things as a kid. Anyway, so yeah, so here, what have we got here? This is a travelling arcade somewhere or other. So you could always notice the cars holding back. Yeah, I can't remember that even as I was, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old or whatever. I remember seeing some of the cars sort of stall almost. Yeah, so this travelling arcade here, I picked this one out of the many that Gary sent me, because there's a couple of Crompton machines we were talking about. So behind the lady in the little change box thing there is one of those big Crompton machines. Let me just bring up the Crompton page in the background, like the Ace Race. So you can't see where I'm putting my cursor, which is a bit annoying. I need to try and figure this out. But you've got the lady in the cash box thing which says Kit Kat, Winner Kit Kat, etc. Sort of directly above her head, as it were, you can just about make out a little sign on a bracket, and that is the top. If I show you the machine here of the Ace Race machine, this Ace Race, or one of them, I'm not sure which one it is actually. I don't think it's the Ace Race, I think it's one of the other ones. There's, I think, 4 different ones they made. This big round machine. Where were we? So that's that behind her. Then right kind of slap bang in the middle of the photograph there is the Crompton's penny drop. No, not penny drop. Which one is it? I need to get back to my bigger screen again so I can see it properly. Here we go. The right one. Which one is it? What have I done with the picture? Here it is. Found it. Skydivers. There we are. Skydivers, not penny drop. Yeah, that's the one I haven't got the picture of. So it's this type of thing, the penny drop machine. Same as the pool scoop. But the Skydiver, the one I haven't got a picture of, annoyingly. So now we've got a vintage picture of it on location, as it were, in this arcade. So I just need a proper picture of one now, if anyone's got one. Greg says, do we know who the fairground operator was or where the photo was taken? Fab photo? No, unfortunately. This is what I'm hoping. Somebody with all these, I'm going to make a page, if you haven't tuned in lately, a page on the website with all these, or quite a few. I say quite a few, about a dozen or 20 or so now, because Gary sent me a few in. Of vintage arcades. I showed some a couple of weeks ago on the New Year's Eve one, some colour ones, 70s ones. I've got permission now to use all those on the website, which is nice. But we don't know who any of them are. But hopefully, over time, somebody might just twig where they were, or recognise the arcade, or oh yeah, I remember playing that one as a kid, or whatever, and see if we can put them together. So I will, in the very near future, have a page up on the website with all these photographs on, so you can kind of blow them up big on your screen and have a good look at them. And then we'll try and fill in the gaps again. See if we can figure out where they were, when they were, and yeah, piece together a little bit of history, as it were. So there's that one. What else have we got? This is a nice one. And an extremely nice dodgem track, which some of the fairgroundy people should know whose dodgem that is. Can't quite read on the top flash what it says, the name. But yeah, very nice bit of Fred foul around the top of the dodgems. Very nice set of tickets hanging below, you can see from the brackets. Then yeah, some fuel wins. Bits and bobs there. So things like this, where it's not best quality of scan, hopefully somebody might actually got these photographs. Most of these fairground photographs were kind of reproduced and sold back in the day. I don't know, I've got some, I haven't got any with the machines on, unfortunately. I've got quite a few rides on. And if you get the original photographs taken from the big negatives as they were back then, you can actually zoom in and they're quite sharp. You can get quite a lot of detail out of them. This obviously is a copy of a copy of a scan of a copy of a scan of a copy and so on, and just loses all that definition every time it's copied. So if anyone's got the original of this, or an original print as it were, that we could borrow, we could probably zoom in right on those machines and get a good look at them. And rather lovely artwork around the top as well. Hopefully some of that might survive somewhere. Be a shame if it all got burnt. What else have we got? This is nice, a big dreadnought. There's some Brian's 5 wins, they look like, on there. And a Gunter Wolf machine or two, and some Wonders, all wins by the look of them. So yeah, I guess that's early 60s, late 50s, early 60s. Again, don't know where it was taken. Bit of a boring looking stall, just plain panels around the bottom of it. There we go. So we quite like that one. And the next one is another Hoopla. Again, don't know where it was. Nice Marklands Hoopla though. Some high tops and some Boland's conversion high tops and things on it. Black cherry. What else can we see? Again, I'm guessing it's probably late 60s, that one, mid to late 60s. But I don't know, it's only a guess. Just kind of general style of things. Yeah, quite nice. I might try, see, there's various apps you can get to kind of colorize black and white photographs. I might have a go at that on some of these. See if we can, don't know how well they work. I've never tried them. But it'd be interesting to see if we can get any colour into them. Might reveal a little bit more detail. And the next one is another nice Hoopla. There's something in the background there. I don't know what they're, a waltzer, probably. Guessing. There we've got some bear mats, black cherries, high tops, etc. So yeah, it looks like a W on the Hoopla, on the bottom shutters of the Hoopla in all those panels. A stylized W. So it might just give a clue as to whose arcade that one was. See, interestingly, all bandits again. Next one is, what do we got on this one? I'm just looking at them big on my screen as well. Again, it's not the best of quality, but it's a bingo stall in the background, and on the left, a couple of aristocrats. On a very plain looking Hoopla. It's nice flares going on there, so I'm guessing this is obviously 60s picture. And they just stood up. So again, it's very obviously been copied and scanned a few times, that picture, but an original copy of it, we might be able to get some more detail in. Never seen the Boland's bands with the top boxes on. No, I can notice that as well. Interesting, isn't it? So that might be, as I say, we can perhaps try and play around colorizing the photograph, or if anyone's got that image, we can get a better scan on. Because the fact that the top boxes are unusual, they may well be the showman's name or something on those top boxes. Might have been particular, unique to their arcade. That would be interesting to know what they say. Next photo. This is quite a good one. I like this. So we've got that there playing a rotor pool, a multi-sided rotor pool. Although on the side immediately facing the camera, as it were, it's blanked off, interestingly. And then behind him there, looks like an all-in multiplayer thing. Looks like it's built into an old crane cabinet or something. Doesn't look like a multiplayer machine proper to me. And just at the very top, so the very top right of the corner, you can just see peeping out above everything else, one of those massive Crompton's original Film Stars machines, like the derelict one in the Canvey Island arcade, which we'll come to in a bit. So that was why I thought, that's an interesting picture. Just a little glimpse there. You got what's that right in the back there? Rotor. No, what they call roulement, the roulette thing, which we just sold one of. Picture is very interesting. How many people were playing bingo? Yeah, you see that often on those pictures of fairgrounds. The bingo was really popular, then all of a sudden it just sort of disappeared from the fairgrounds overnight. Odd, isn't it? I wonder why. Whether it's to do, I don't know if it was to do with when the bingo came to the high street, maybe, and everybody went down the high street and played bingo instead of to the fairground. Don't know. Don't know much about the history of bingo. But yeah, it's quite a nice picture. Don't know when that was. Paul says, remember when the Circus Arcade at Great Yarmouth was outside with canvas sides and top back in the 60s? Excellent. Yeah. That'd be good to find some pictures of that, wouldn't it? Be nice to see. Where are we? Right, next picture is... is this which one with this pusher on? So this Penny Falls pusher here, I think must be the JWS one, I reckon. Because if we look at the JWS, which I'm just pulling up in the background here, here we go, over on the website, see the bottom, well, it's got this very kind of curvaceous side profile to it, and the bottom panels are curved, corrugated, whatever you'd call it. You can see particularly well because they're black and white alternate, but they're curved in. And so, right here again. So you notice the similarities here. It's got the curvy side profile the same, and those bottom panels. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's a JWS machine. And in the background there, you've got Fun Stars. Some massive great big thing again. It was very similar to the Crompton's Film Stars machine. I don't know if it is one or if it's another make or what it is. Can't really make it out. A couple of Foursquare Ollie Wales. Are they Ollie Waleses? Might be Ollie Waleses. And yeah. So there we are. Thought that was quite a good one. Julie says, loved it when the fair came to RAF Lyneham in the 60s. Yeah. Peter, do we know where this picture is? No. Unfortunately. The one before it, the one with the boy and the girl, the image is called Herne, so I'm assuming it's Herne Bay. This one looks at the seafront, don't know where it is. The penny falls on sort of a covered colonnade thing around the edge there. So behind the Fun Stars machine. It looks like I've an upper prom and lower prom, doesn't it? Somewhere at the seaside. But don't know where. Good picture though. Next one. This one I thought was quite interesting. You'll see, if I zoom it a little bit, zoom back out again a bit, you see what I mean in a minute. If I go right in like this, see these high tops have kind of been built back to back into cases. And then with a looks like a light up top flash on the top, one arm bandit. So I presume that was done as a unit by somebody. So I wonder who made that. It looks like a sort of a semi-professional made complete unit of 8 high tops, all built into one big unit. And is it me, or does it look like the handles look like they're very low pivot points? They don't look like they're in the right place. So I'm wondering if they are Mills or Seeger, whichever they are, mechanisms, or if there's something else altogether. Because that, where the handle pivots on that end machine, doesn't look like it's in the right place to me. So that's quite interesting. Again, don't know where this is taken. Looks like it's on a pier. Rockeye says, I think the Penny Falls pick was at Brighton when they burnt all the old machines. Possibly. Don't know. It doesn't look like Brighton railings, but it might be. It could well be. Peter says, seen that picture somewhere before. Think they were going to the beach for another licensing bonfire. Probably. Yeah, there's a few pictures about like that, isn't there? All that thing. They'll probably turn up at some point. If I can get hold of old copies of the Coin Slot or whatever, World's Fair and things, we'll probably be able to find some of these pictures, because I imagine that's where they're, you know, what they were taken for originally, or would have been used for, and be able to kind of track them down. I think probably could be the old open air pool. Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. See, this bandits one, these what appear to be Mills bandits, but I'm not sure they are. It's quite intriguing. They're back to back, built into a cabinet. But the handle looks like it's not in the right position. So I suspect there's perhaps not Mills mechs in those cabinets. But what they are, who knows? It's obviously pre-71 because it says on 1D on that big top flash there. All intriguing stuff, isn't it? And then the next one, so it's the last one of these at the moment from Gary. As I say, sent me a whole load, some really interesting pictures. Some of them I've seen before and some I haven't. So it'll be interesting to go through those over the coming weeks and see what we can figure out between us. This one says on the image name, Sydney 1960s. So I'm assuming as in Sydney, Australia. It says there are a few bumpers on Scarborough beaches, but can't find any pics yet. I think they were on most big seasides, had them, didn't they? So yeah, this picture now of a lad on the, looks like a steerable, is apparently Sydney 1960s. So we've got Brian's Trickler in the middle of the picture. Some big tall floor standing thing. I don't know what it is, but I quite like it. And I have no idea what they are over to the left of the frame either. Look like they might be console machines of some sort. I don't know. But they don't look like they've got any payouts on them. Maybe they're viewers of some description, because there don't appear to be any payout cup on the front of them. So I suspect there might be a viewer of some sort, like a drop card or mutoscope or something. But if it's Sydney, I thought it was interesting that Brian's Trickler had made it halfway around the world. And then this thing right in the very foreground on the right hand side of the frame looks like, again, some kind of steering wheel game, obviously, because it looks like a steering wheel on the front of it. I don't know what it is. So yeah, some more mystery machines. They're all kind of all mystery machines in that one, really, other than the Trickler and presumably a steerable that they're playing with a nice. Is that the Hawtins one with the light up top flash on, possibly? Looks like I've got a deep top flash, so it's probably a lit one, like on the Hawtins machines. But I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, so that's the pictures from Gary. Thank you very much. If you're on, I don't think you're on tonight. You're probably at work, but no doubt you'll catch up later on. So the next little batch were, if you remember the ones from the Canvey Island Casino Arcade store, Dave Geeson had a rummage around and found a few more. It gives you an idea of just kind of how derelict it was, really. I don't think there's too many machines in these, but it's more of an overall kind of idea of what it like. See some bits of Ghost Train there, right in the back of the picture. Then to the bottom left there of frame, there's some kind of machine. Let me put up on my pictures here, see if I can figure out what it might be a bit better. I'll just get a bigger image here. Oops. Click on the right button would help. There we go. What is that? I don't know what that is. Kind of black and grey Formica cabinet. Don't know. So yeah, I'm not sure which building that was. It wasn't the main one where all the machines were. This is one of the other buildings. It was like it was a big place. So yeah, I don't know what that machine is. So the next one we've got Penny something. Well, that's obviously, that's, I think it says Penny. You see there's a JWS top flash there off the double-sided machine, off the double-sided push 'em off. Hang on a minute, what's it say? Sure. Sorry to change topic. Loving the pics. I wondered whether the extraordinary ending tonight has working front mint vendors. Yes. Let's answer that one. Yeah, they're all there. no mints in it. There's a couple of odd bits of dowel somebody's cut up and put in it. But yeah, nice machine. You should better see from the video with the mech out of the cabinet. I always do a kind of a spinning shot of the cabinet so you can see all the angles inside the cabinet. So if you freeze frame it, and you'll be able to kind of zoom in on your computer and have a look inside the cabinet, see what's there, and the same with the mech. Oh yes, Gary, you are there. Not working tonight. Sorry, yes, you were there. Duh. That's a Jezard's Penny Cascade top. Ah, there we go. You see, it's good, isn't it? I like this because everybody knows something. Yeah, so it's the JWS top there from the double-sided push-em-off, which there was one in the other building, which we saw in the other photographs from before. All these photographs will be on the website, as I say, in due course. And then, yeah, the Penny Cascade top. Gary's a couple of minutes behind, though, due to pausing when he got his top-up drink. Well, fair enough, he'll catch up. That is the problem, the comments get slightly out of sync, but never mind. Yeah, I was just about to say that that Penny Cascade then top is a massive thing. If you look, it's resting on the end of a 45-gallon drum. So by comparison size, that must have been a huge machine. Okay, we'll know what that one is now. As I say, I will forget what all these things are probably by the time I get the photographs up on the website. So, but there will be, when I'm doing it, as well as taking a bit of time to do, I'm going to put like a form underneath the pictures so you can add comments to things. So if you know that's a such and such machine, or that photograph is such and such a location, etc., you just better click a button and add the information in. So we all know what we're looking at, which will be good. The next one is, now what have we got here? So this is kind of the same machine, but a bit further out. So it looks like, so the bottom right hand of this picture, you can just see again that Penny Cascade top. It looks like it's leaning over the top of that JWS machine, double-sided pusher thing, which there was a better one of in the other building. This one's obviously a bit knackered. And then you've got whatever that big round thing is, look, with the marbly Formica on in the middle of the picture. Paul says there was a 12-player on Southport Pier a few years ago. Oh, was there? In the big arcade at the front. Whose name escapes me at the minute. Or did you mean Clive's arcade down the end, the old Penny arcade? Yeah, so is that big round thing another one of those big Crompton's Ace Race things, whatever they're called, I wonder? Let me just find a picture of that again. I haven't had time to compare all these myself yet. I'm kind of doing it on the hoof as we go. No, it's not one of those. Don't think. Cabinet's different. So I don't know what it is. It's a big round thing. The end of the pier. Oh, right. Well, that's probably Clive's then, because that was his arcade until they did the dirty on him and it wasn't Clive's arcade anymore. Long story if you don't know it. No, well, maybe Clive's got one in his shed then somewhere. Yep, so I don't know what that round thing is. And then what else have we got? I think there's one more of these pictures. Oh yeah, this was going back to the Pew's Prospect. Dave found another picture, a bit wider, not much, but a bit. that looks like this machine was at least a 3-player. He can't remember, nor can I. Version of the Prospector. And I've just noticed it under, I don't know if you'll see, you probably won't see because I've got it blown up bigger on my screen here. But where it says Prospector, under the P in the E, it looks like it says Mark 5, MK.V. Prospector Mark 5, I've just noticed. I'll ask Dave. Don't think he's on tonight. If you are Dave, have a look at the photograph. Does it say Mark 5 under Prospector? Because in that case, what were the other 4 models? We know what one is because Joe's got one in his collection, and Pete Williamson's got one in the arcade there at Merivale. So it's obviously one version. If this is Mark 5, what are the other 3? But how big was this? I don't know. But obviously at least 3-player, might be even more. I'm just trying to work out from the photograph, because if you look on the very top right of the photograph, there's kind of some little round thing. That seems to be central to the frame that would say Pew Automatics. If you look at the main pictures where the chap is breaking the rock, there's obviously at least one more to the left. But you notice the kind of the centres don't line up with where it says Pew's Automatics and Prospector, where they've got that separate frame. So it might even have been 4 or 5 long. Don't know. Interesting stuff. Yeah. Paul says that looks like a Pew's hover over. It says Prospector on the top though, doesn't it? So I don't know. Oh, sorry, did you mean the round thing? Looks like a Pew's hover over. I keep forgetting I'm slightly ahead of you, what I'm looking at from the comments. Paul, I think you might mean the round blacky grey, marbly, formica-y thing might be a Pew's hover over. Don't know. Exciting, isn't it? So there we are. I think that was it. I think that's all the pictures I loaded up for tonight. Yes, you meant the round thing. Okay, cool. Somebody just sent me an email. Let me just see what that was in case it's anything relevant to tonight. No, it's not. That's okay then. I can deal with that in a minute. Marvellous. David said can't send again. What can't you send? Don't know, David, what you mean you can't send. If you meant you can't send a comment, there's a comment that it's just appeared my end, which says can't send again, brackets test. So I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, so there we are. So hopefully you found all that a lot interesting. Bugger it has. Okay, fair enough. Let's go back over to the old website. So this is what we got ending tonight. Don't forget, get your offers in by midnight if you haven't done already, or tweak them up or down or whatever you want to do. Some very nice machines finishing. Some more stuff listed in the past few days. Some more stuff to come in the week. Yeah, and plodding on really. I say yesterday was a bit muddly, which has put me a day behind on my plans for the next few days. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get this other garage up and shuffle cars and things around. It looks like I might be in Leamington probably Thursday. It's looking, but I won't be there for very long. But I want to pick up the selector colour machine and get that back. So that should be interesting. But if you bought anything tonight, obviously, which obviously you know tomorrow or the next day, and want to collect it from Leamington later in the week, just pencil in Thursday and contact me about that. Otherwise, I'm around Cambridge, definitely here tomorrow. Tuesday, by the looks of things, probably Wednesday. So sort of most of the time for next week. Just get in touch basically on that. Peter says, great photos again tonight. Thank you very much. Well, thank you to all of you sending them in, basically. It's not really thank you to me. It's thank you for everyone for your contributions. But it's interesting what each of us can add a little bit of knowledge to all this stuff, isn't it? So once we get them all up on the site, as I say, it's taken a bit longer, but I want to make a nice page so it's useful, not just a page with them all just plastered on, because that seems a bit pointless, really. So we can kind of interact with them and pull the information together. Pete Williamson, great pictures and podcast. Thanks. Night all. Nighty night. Catch you soon, no doubt. What else was I saying? Yes, this lot ends. More stuff coming on in the week. Nice Rockola World's Fair pin table. Another high top. The selector colour later in the week. I'll try and get that home Thursday. And another high top. Nice one coming. I'm sure there was another machine on its way. There's loads of spares to do. I just haven't had 5 minutes to try and sort them out. Problem with there's a big batch of spares here, but none of them are labelled up as to what they are, and some of them are not obvious what they are, if you know what I mean. They're mechanism bits. And without having time to scratch my head and think, oh yeah, that's a such and such. So I haven't done that yet. There's some big machines coming. I think there will be, I don't know when, within the next sort of few weeks, basically. It just depends when they get here or when I can get them or when we can sort some transport out one way or another. But there should be a sailor coming, Laughing Sailor. Big puppet machine. Some other big machine, I can't think what it was. A mutoscope, I think. A crane, I think. What was the other thing? Can't remember what it said now. Anyway, a few larger machines. But that's you know, much anything depending on me sorting this garage space out to put them in. So yeah, there we are. I think that's probably it for tonight. So we will carry on with this project of finding nice vintage photographs and stuff. What should we aim for next week? Whittaker's maybe. There's a few sort of odd Whittaker's pictures turned up, so that'd be good to do. Whittaker's and Mayfields is the other one. We need to. I haven't even got a Mayfields page yet. There's a nice advert in the coin slot that Gary lent me for Mayfields something or other. There's that picture earlier on that Paul sent us of this, whatever it was. If I can find it again. This thing. Oh, that was a Pew's, not a Mayfields. What was I thinking of Mayfields? That was in some of those adverts, wasn't it? It was Mayfields, but we don't know what they are. Just a name of a machine. But hopefully once we've got a page of them, that might jog some people's memories as to what they were. Joe says, thank you for a very interesting evening. Thank you for your pictures of your machines. I wouldn't mind one of the Pusher, the Space Shop, was it Pusher? That'd be nice to see. If you can grab a snap of that when you get the chance and send it over, that'd be lovely. David says, remember bingo prizes had war surplus bits. I used to collect double-ended torches from ammo weapons containers dropped with the paras. Oh, right. Bit late, but that's life. Yeah, bingos, it used to be a big thing. I remember looking when I had the pit at the rules and regulations for bingo, and it was a nightmare, so complicated to comply with all the rules and regulations. You had to keep records of every single game, basically. It really so I very rapidly went off that idea. Prize bingo was a bit easier than cash bingo, has to be said. But it is interesting why it suddenly sort of disappeared from the fairground. I've got a few pictures, and there's a few in various books of the big bingo round stalls being, like you saw there, packed with people, sat all the way around them. Some beautiful stalls as well. It was obviously a very profitable game, just from how nice the stalls were. And then they seem to suddenly disappear. There is one. So is there one at Dingles? There is one somewhere, isn't there? A bingo stall. I think it might be at Dingles. I've never been to Dingles. Something I need to work on doing. But, yeah. Interesting. Right, anything else anybody needs to know for tonight? If not, we will round things up and I'll go and have a cup of tea. As per usual, I'll be loitering about till after midnight to see all this stuff sold in case anybody has any last minute issues. It shouldn't be, I don't think now. Website's all working fine as it should. But if you are intending to make an offer, don't leave it till the last minute, as some people like to do, just in case there's any problems, issues, or it doesn't work or whatever. Do it now. It doesn't make any difference. No one else knows, as you know, no one else can see. So there's no advantage of leaving it till the last minute. But if you leave it till 5 to midnight and then for some reason your offer doesn't go on, you're going to be a bit annoyed. So do it now while you think about it. Then if there's a problem, at least you can get back to me and we can sort it out. Other than that, I'll catch you all up on Tuesday. Peter says probably due to the large prize money in the Mecca bingo halls. Yeah, I guess that's what it was, wasn't it? The kind of the permanent based bingo just took over from the travelling bingos, I suppose. Yeah. What was I saying? Yes, put offers in, midnight, selling. Yes, Tuesday. Tuesday night results as usual, and we'll look at a few more photographs. I'll sort some more out. So I've got a load here that people send me. There's another whole load that Julian sent me. Is Julian on tonight? I think he is. I'm sure I've lost track of who's on. Yes, he is. Thank you very much. Again, probably a couple hundred or so, I should think, of bandits mostly. Some quite interesting ones, some sort of 4-reelers, 5-reelers, stuff we don't see very often. So I'll go through again in those and sort of pull out, I need to sort of sort them out my end into some groupings, as it were, and probably do them over 2 or 3 different shows, as some people like to grandly call it. Just had a quick flick down now. But yeah, some interesting stuff that we don't see very often, or some that I've not even seen before at all. So I'll go through those and sort some out into sort of 10, 20 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's an 8-reeler there. That's quite good. I like that. Yeah. A couple of other interesting bits. A whole load more from Gary of some more arcades and things. And in the meantime, anybody else, if you've got anything, particularly, what did I just say, Whitaker's rather. Mitchells were kiddie rides, weren't they? Yeah, Whitakers and Mayfields. Any pictures you can find, flyers, adverts, coin slot adverts, anything like that. We'll see how many different ones of those we can round up. It'll be interesting. Which might be the crap prizes. David says the prizes he won were great. Loads of tap to win. Yeah, I remember. Where would it have been? In Butlins, I think it was. As a kid, we went to Butlins one year, getting the bingo for some God knows why. It seemed to be really, even as a kid, I think they were a bit odd prizes. Things like, you know, top prizes were like irons and toasters and kettles and things. Well, yeah, wasn't terribly impressed. Didn't seem like much of a prize to me, really. The proper old kind of fairground prizes, the chalk figures and carnival glass, obviously, is all collectible stuff. I've got some. I've got a few chalk figures, not very many. I've got a reasonable bit of carnival glass, 50, 60 pieces probably, because we use it on the TV jobs for Father Brown and whatnot. It goes on the stalls when we're doing those. In fact, a whole load of my stuff was on TV last week. I forgot to, I haven't even watched it myself yet. There's probably some on this week as well. Have they started the new thing yet? Montelli? Don't know. I built the illusions for. And the 1950s holiday camp we did. That might all be on this week. Haven't looked at the TV schedule. It's called. What did I do for which? I can't remember. Sister Boniface. We did a 60s bake off for that. All Formica. Loads of Formica. I made Formica tables and Formica workbenches and things for that. Then yeah, Father Brown. We did 1950s holiday camp. Punch and Judy and some games and things, and I made an illusion to put Ted Robbins in, a sword box thing. Anyway, a Pifco travelling iron. Oh, who doesn't need a bit of Pifco? Good old Pifco, yeah. Yeah, travelling irons, hair dryers, and all that sort of random. I don't know. I guess I suppose it was. Must have been considered a kind of luxury good. Everybody didn't have them, I guess, back in the day. I suppose it was a lot of that kind of consumer electronic-y stuff was, or electric, or not electronic, is it? Was, I suppose, still quite novel and relatively you know, not everybody had it, I guess. Doug says, used to call prize bingo in the 70s. The markup was incredible. Yeah, I imagine, yeah. Always used to be fascinated by the bingo ball blowing machines. Sold a few of those over the years. I found one on the pier when I bought the pier. There was one in the ballroom over the top of the stage. In the grid, as it were. It wasn't a grid as such because it didn't have a full fly tower on it, but yeah, there's a bingo machine. Sold that to somebody. One of the prop houses, I think, I used to deal with. So it's probably been on telly somewhere along the line. Yeah, a bit of bingo, lovely. So yeah, there we are. Shall I just have a few, just round up with these pictures? Put these on automatic if they will. These will just roll round in a minute, hopefully, if I click the right button while we sum things up. Dave says, never want to see a bingo ball blowing machine ever again. I think they're good. I used to be kind of amazed as a little kid as to why the ball would go up the tube. They all seem to be randomly blowing about everywhere, and then the one would go up the tube, which for a 4 or 5 year old or whatever seemed quite interesting. Pinholes in the balls to stop some of them coming out. Oh, I didn't know that. So, well, I guess it stops them blowing up to hide, did it? I don't know. Interesting little trick, I didn't know. So what, it stopped certain lines coming up or something? David won half a walkie-talkie once, never found out who won the other half. Half a walkie-talkie, that's really useful, isn't it? That's like I always used to say that the greatest salesman must have been the one that sold the first ever fax machine. Because who would buy a fax machine unless you knew somebody else with a fax machine? But somebody must have bought the first one. The good old days of faxes. Yeah. So yes, more of these nice old photographs to come. And it would be, yeah, great one day if we can put some names to some of them, or places or whatever, where they are, when they are. Interesting stuff. So yeah, that's probably it, I think, isn't it? So thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you found all that lot interesting. There's some definitely some interesting pictures. Learned a little bit more again tonight. A few more things that I learned that I didn't know before, which I'll probably forgotten again. As long as somebody knows, we'll get it all written down eventually. And thanks to those of you who have took the time and effort to send in pictures for us all to look at. I'm sure we will appreciate it very much. And hopefully it'll inspire some other people to have a rummage around as well and see what they've got. And just, yeah, keep it all up, really. So, yeah, catch up Tuesday night. Good luck if you've got offers on anything that's finishing tonight. There's some lovely stuff. So, you know, don't miss it. Because it's hard to find. Make it look easy sometimes, finding lots of nice stuff all in one go. But, yeah, and we'll see what we can find next. Good evening once again, David says. Thank you. Yep, I think so. I enjoy it. It's yeah, nice to see this stuff. David says, cheers everyone, better than telly. Well, yeah. Mind you, that's not saying much these days, is it really, being better than television? It's got just so bad, it's ridiculous. It gets embarrassing telling people you work in television these days as well. Somebody the other day said to me, oh, you work for the BBC, don't you? Well, not really, no. What's wrong, you know? It used to be quite a thing to say you worked for the BBC. It was, oh, you know, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, whatever. It was quite a thing. Now you're embarrassed to tell people half the time. Greg says, night night peeps, see you soon. I'm now going to watch the first hour that I missed. Excellent. Yep, do that. You should be able to rewind. I'm not sure you can watch it from the start until I finish, but we'll be finishing very shortly. Then you can watch it from the start and see all the good stuff that you missed. Yep. Right, so that's it from me. Anything you need to know, ping me a message via the website. Keep the images coming. Let me put the email address up. Send images to news at can't spell. It would help if I spelled the email address correctly, wouldn't it? We might get some email then. Send images to news at elephantorangeauctions.com. There we go. If you've got anything that you think we'd all find interesting, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Peter. Have a good one. Catch you Tuesday night, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully we'll have all this lovely stuff sold. And on its way to some new owners. Marvellous. That's it. Nighty night, or I shall never go. Catch you Tuesday.